Alrighty, it's time for your TNA Impact review. Um, so starting up from TNA, the show opens up with Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan calls out Austin Aries to see if he goes to if he's gonna fork over the X Division title to get a world title shot at Destination X pay-per-view. Or decides just to keep the X Division title but not get that main event spot at the next pay-per-view. Austin Aries would agree forking over the title only on one circumstance, or only on one condition, and that is that every year whoever's the X Division champion would have the opportunity that he's had right tonight, and that is have a choice to either still be the X Division champion or give up the title to get a world title shot at the Destination X pay-per-view every year. My personal opinion, I like this idea. I think it's a really good idea. It's something fresh and new for a chance for TNA. It's almost kind of like a Money in the Bank concept because, whoever's the X Division champion, around the time Destination X pay-per-view comes up, they will have a chance to, give over. They have a chance to get a world title shot in the main event at that pay-per-view. So, and it also brings, I think, more legitimacy and importance to the X Division title, because that's going to be pretty much now like, the money-making title, the title that everybody has to have at least around, the time for the Destination X pay-per-view, because it's a guaranteed spot to have an opportunity. And as well as, too, would also give other champions who probably never got a chance or a shot to be X Division champion, gives them a chance to run with the X belt. So it's a good. I like this new stipulation that they've added. Like I said, it keeps things fresh. This nice new concept, almost kind of similar to Money in the Bank, but very different at the same token. And like I said, it gives guys that chance to get a main event world title shot at the Destination X pay-per-view. And as well, it keeps the X Division title relevant because it'll give somebody else who's never won the X Division title, gives them a chance to get their hands on it. As well as, I also think that this concept and idea is also a great way to not only launch Austin Aries in the main event spot, but also a good way of separating him from the X Division title, because he's had the belt for like 10 months now, and he's owned everybody, beaten everybody, and there's nobody you could even really say who deserves to take the belt from Austin Aries. So it's a great way from separating Austin from the belt, but yet having him keep his stain. So I really like this opening segment. I enjoyed it. We get into the open fight night. Tonight's the open fight night, and because it's the open fight night, they incorporated the open fight night concept with the Bound for Glory series, which I thought was another good idea. Killed two birds with one stone. The first match we got into was Mr. Anderson going up against Christopher Daniels. This is a good opening match with Anderson as the winner. After that, we get into a program. The next match we got into was, I think it was Brutus Magnus, calling out to AJ Styles. This was another pretty good match for the time they gave us. Another pretty good match. AJ lost due to a distraction caused by Christopher Daniels, and Magnus ended up winning and getting some points for the BFG series. After that, we got into the another fight challenge from Samoa Joe and James Storm. Again, another pretty good match. James Storm's being the victor. After that, we got into the other open fight night challenge with Bully Ray. Before that, we got the gut check. For the first time, they got a knockout, which was fresh and different for a change. She fought Tara, lost. Okay, decent match. Nothing really spectacular about it, but okay. At least, I guess the most enjoyable thing from this was that they picked a female wrestler this time, so kind of mix things up and change it a bit. But Tara getting over on the gut check challenge thing. Um, After that, we got into Bully Ray fighting the Pope. Good to see the Pope back. Hopefully he'll stick around, be the new TV champion or X Division champion, something. Um, but match was all right, I guess. Not really, definitely not. I would say, in my opinion, one of the best matches of the night. But um, um, Pope getting the victory over on Bully Ray due to distraction by Abyss. Um, Also, they had a title match with Miss Tess Mocker, defending her title against Mickie James. A pretty decent match. Got some good ample amount of time. Miss Tess Mocker's still your women's champion. And then we got into the final main event match in Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam. Really good match. I would say the best match of the night for the main event. Rob Van Dam just doing a lot of athletic stuff that I haven't seen him do in quite some time, and pulls it off pretty well considering his age. He's like 41, 42. But Jeff Hardy ended up being the victory, gave him a really nasty twist of fate, and Rob looked like he spiked his head or broke his neck, and he did this like twice. So Jeff Hardy getting the victory. Now, one thing I did forget to mention was that after Austin Aries chose to make that statement to Hulk Hogan and forked over the X Division title, Bobby Roode came out and cut a really mean, nasty promo, a really enjoyable promo, and against Austin Aries, both of them had word for word, and they just kind of like got into it for a bit, just start fighting each other until security guards pulled them away. I really enjoyed this segment from the beginning all the way, to Bobby Roode coming in interfering. And one thing I can say is that a lot of people say Bully Ray is one of the best heels in wrestling right now, and I definitely agree with that. But I have to say now, Bobby Roode has surpassed Bully Ray. To me, I put Bobby Roode as the #1 top heel right now in all of professional wrestling. His believability, the way he was angry and hostile tonight during his opening segment, exchanging words with Hulk Hogan and Austin Aries, really good stuff, really believable. The most believable heel I haven't seen in a long time in professional wrestling. Well, maybe not in a long time, but since Mark Henry last year, since Mark Henry had his big, huge push late last year. So really give all the credit in the world to Bobby Roode. Then the main segment after the main event between Jeff and RVD, we got a match between, not a match, but segment between AJ Styles and Dixie Carter. Teasing that she may be, they may be having an affair. This random girl comes out, she may have been pregnant or something, comes out, just terrible, horrible, bad actress. But anyway, comes and says that AJ and Dixie are not having an affair, that she was a drug addict and she would get drunk and sleep with different people and stuff, and that AJ and Dixie Carter helped her out a lot, and they've kept it a secret because they want to protect her. Then Christopher Daniels comes out, pissed off because, the secret's out, I guess, or whatever. The truth is finally out, and the show just ends with AJ beating up Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels when they tried to jump him. Now, I will say this: I think they could have gone a little bit longer with this AJ having an affair with Dixie Carter. I think they could have stretched it out much longer than what they've done. To me, I think them adding this woman saying they're not having an affair and they try to keep my secret because I was a drug addict, I think that kind of ruined the angle. I'm going to give them a chance and see where they go with this, but if this is the conclusion to the big conspiracy thing that was going on, that started, a couple months ago with Daniels teasing AJ with this whole thing, if this is the conclusion to that, I would definitely say TNA dropped the ball on it. I'll give them a chance to see where they're going to go from it, but I really think they should have stretched out further the Dixie Carter, AJ having an affair thing a little bit longer, at least for another 2 months, or have it conclude at Bound for Glory or something. But we'll see what happens with this when they add this new element into it. But all in all, a good show from TNA tonight. This is the 4th week in a row that TNA has been a solid show from top to bottom. We got all your good professional. We got professional wrestling tonight. You got your storylines, across. Tonight was open fight night, So you still got all your important things that need to be done, like gut check and everything, and all the special concepts for Open Fight Night, as well as getting all your other main things pushed and moved forward. So another good solid show from TNA, from top to bottom, and I can actually say that this, again, for the fourth straight week in a row, TNA shows have been better than Raw. It's really getting that way now for the past few weeks that TNA is like the wrestling show to watch now every week rather than Raw or, SmackDown. SmackDown just sucks monkey balls now, but still, let me know what you guys thought about tonight's TNA Impact. What do you think about the matches, the story between AJ and Dixie? You think TNA kind of ruined it now? I think so a little bit, but I'll see where it goes from here. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Subscribe. Peace.